Wow. Apparently the Diamondbacks
Money.
The Diamondbacks are rich. Who knew? The Arizona Diamondbacks. Initially, the report came from Mike Rodriguez, who had reported that there were conversations going on. Gambo, you had confirmed that there were conversations going on between the Diamondbacks and Ketel Marte. And now it is happening. The Arizona Diamondbacks have signed Ketel Marte to an extension, $160 million total, $64 million in new money. It runs through 2031. Oh,
Steve sent out a clarification tweet.
Right.
Apologies.
I got it.
Okay.
That's from, thank you, Mitch. I appreciate that. It's $116 million total.
I can give you some new information on this.
Hit me, please.
There is a 5-team no-trade clause in the deal.
Okay. 5-team no-trade clause. Okay.
There is no signing bonus.
Okay.
That's what I got so far.
Oh, okay.
So working on it right now.
Sorry, no, it's fine. It's fine.
The way it has a 5-team no-trade clause.
The way
so
your
there are
voice
5 teams
trailed
that he
off
can say.
made me
well,
think that
I'm
there
working,
was more there. I know you are. Yeah, I know
I'm trying to work and talk at the same time. But I was just told just now, seconds ago, that there is no signing bonus in the deal, and it is a 5-team no-trade clause.
So the Diamondbacks have signed him to a $116 million extension, $64 million in new money. It runs through 2031. That would, and I'll look up how old that would make him. 2031 is 6 years from now. That would make him 38, basically, right? Am I wrong about that? Somebody help me out with that.
He's 31 now.
He's 31 now, so if you tack on another 6 years to that when this thing would expire, he'd be 37 years old. Ketel Marte is going to basically play his, outside of the 2 years in Seattle, he's going to play his entire career with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
The goal, what I was told, the goal is to have him retire as an Arizona Diamondback. He's back. He is well respected in this organization, and they wanted to take care of him. He was vastly underpaid, so they were able to lock him up for a little bit longer of a term. As a switch hitter, he's always got the ability to, he's a second baseman, but he always got the ability to be a designated hitter because he can hit from the left side, he can hit from the right side. He's just been a great player, a great Diamondback player, and they wanted to give him the opportunity to retire as an Arizona Diamondback. So what I'm hearing on this deal, no signing bonus on the deal, and there will be a 5-team no-trade clause that will be included.
But Steve Gilbert of MLB.com reported the initial $116.5 million. He initially reported 160, but he corrected himself to 116. So he had those initial deals. Nick Piecoro of AZ Central reporting there's a player option for an additional year and that the contract includes $46 million in deferred money. So if he picks up the optional year if he wanted, that would take him through 2032. Gambo is reporting the deal has a 5-team no-trade clause in the deal. And once again, Gambo, the Arizona Diamondbacks have identified a core part of their organization and said, you're not going anywhere. Whether it was Geraldo Perdomo, whether it was Justin Martinez, whether it was Brandon Pfaadt, Ketel Marte. We just talked about this on our show a couple of weeks ago. There was a story, I believe, from Nick Piecoro on AZ Central about Ketel kind of shrugging off the notion, hey, I'm underpaid. Yeah, it's fine. It's no big deal. Maybe he knew back then when he was giving those quotes to Nick that they were working on something and eventually that was going to be rectified. I don't know. That's just speculation.
Yeah, there was a story that came out yesterday, and it was Mike Rodriguez from Mike Deportes, and just, that they're working on this deal. And, I think it was very quiet until, this morning I was able to get some confirmation and said that they are in talks, that it's not done yet. It hadn't been done yet, but they were hopeful. Both sides were hopeful to get a deal done, and the goal was to have him retire as a Diamondback, and they would be adding a few years on. So we were able to report that earlier today, and then they did come to the agreement on the deal. Look, I mean, it's hard to not like this. I mean, he has been a great Arizona Diamondback, just a great player for them. I'm not a big believer in the whole overpaid, vastly underpaid stuff. I mean, you sign a contract, but he's been worth every penny they've paid him. He's just been a terrific player for them. And, Mike Hazen's first big trade was getting Ketel Marte here. It was a huge trade for him, and it's worked out very, very well. And so now there's a real good chance that he will be able to finish his career here.
Yeah, his the contract that he was working under right now that was set to pay him $19.6 million this year. Then it was $16 million next year, $14 million next year, a team option for $13 million the year after that. If I understand it right, those years aren't getting torn up. It's just going to be more money added to that in the $64 million that's coming on top of that. So $116 million total for the deal, $64 million in new money, runs through 2031, and now, you know, it's a shame. I mean, I would say it's a shame. It's in a way, I guess it's too bad he spent the first couple of years of his career in Seattle, because he won't be able to be that guy who says, I spent my entire career with one team. I know that's a point of pride for some guys. Like the Devin Bookers, the Larry Fitzgeralds, the Shane Doans, et cetera, et cetera. He's going to come really, really close to that. And for the Diamondbacks, this you know, it rewards him. It rewards him for his performance. It makes sure he's not going to go anywhere. It makes sure that he knows how much he's appreciated by them. And it locks up another core guy. Their core is like locked in, Gambo, really locked in.
Yeah. You know who one of my favorite Suns players of all time was?
Who? Do tell.
Kevin Johnson.
He started with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yep.
I mean, he had one, but nobody thinks about that. He had one full year with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then he finished his career with the Phoenix Sun. He was a great Phoenix Sun. KJ was fantastic, but you don't, when you think of KJ, you only think of him as a Sun. Nobody's going to think of Ketel with Seattle.
You're right.
I mean, so I understand the difference. I mean, there is a difference, right? I mean, did you play your whole career with one team? The answer is no. The answer is no. He played 2 years with Seattle. He played the equivalent of 176 baseball games with Seattle. But he's going to end up playing 2,000 games in his career. He's going to play 2,000 games in his career, and 170 of them were with Seattle. So I don't think it's a big deal. But I think for the organization, this was a win-win for them. When I checked on this and got the information I put out, earlier, I was saying, is this just rewarding him? And what I was told is, no, not just rewarding him, but rewarding us. Giving him an opportunity to retire as a Diamondback. I mean, he has been, it's so hard to have steady players in Major League Baseball. It's so hard to be consistent and steady. My God, he has been, outside of 1 year in 2022, he has been the model of consistency. The model of consistency.
That year in 2022 was a down year, but just about every other year since, he has been with the home runs, with the power, with the production, especially now locking him into second base. He got kind of trimmed down last year, and it's made for a much better baseball player, and he's been terrific. Of course, we didn't even talk about what happened last night.
2-2 pitch. Swung on. High fly ball. Deep left field. Bellinger back. Track. Wall. It is gone! Grand slam Suarez!
Eugenio Suarez with the grand slam in the eighth inning.
Just wow.
It was a wow. He's got 5 hits on the season, Gambo. They're all home runs for Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah, just absolutely incredible. When you go through that inning, Tim Hill comes in. Lovello, smart decision. You pinch it, Randall Grichuk. He hits a one-hop double off the wall. That had been the first hit they had since the Corbin home run in the third inning, and only the second hit of the game. But it's the eighth inning. They hadn't had a hit since the home run by Corbin in the third. And then Perdomo on the first pitch singles down the first baseline. It's 4-3. You're like, okay. Then Corbin hits into a force out back to the pitcher. They bring in Leiter Jr., walk to Marte, walk to Pavin Smith, bases loaded. They strike out Naylor, and you're thinking, okay. And then Suarez on a 2-2 pitch, an off-speed pitch, 84 miles per hour, hits the grand slam, makes it 7-4. He has been on an absolute tear. Compared to last year when we'd have to look this up. When's the last time? When did he hit his 4th home run last year? Because he was in such a slump at the beginning of last year. For 2 months, he was in such a slump, and he is off to a terrific start right now.
Yeah, it's been, and then there are so many other things to talk about from last night. Corbin Burns, kind of a shaky Diamondback debut. I think we can all agree on that. He lost his command a little bit in the latter part of his outing in the home runs. Didn't get any help from Josh Naylor. That was your another verified, we miss Christian Walker moment when Naylor flips the ball over Burns' head on what would have ended the inning, and instead 2 more runs come around to score. Yeah, I know, but I tell you what, that bullpen was lights out last night. Beeks was great. Shelby Miller was great. Justin Martinez was electric last night in the 8th inning with the stuff that he was throwing. And, of course, A.J. Puck, because they had all the lefties coming up, A.J. Pekka's the one who gets the ninth inning called last night. And he looked great, too, other than the home run he gave up to Ben Rice.
I
thought he looked fantastic. What do you got? What?
Eugenio Suarez did not hit his 5th home run of the season until June 6th.
You beat me to it. I was just looking it up.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Till June 6th? Yeah, June 6th was his 5th home run.
And June 6th?
And at the time, he was hitting .202 with a .592 OPS.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He's been great.
Okay, their record on June 6th, that was, I can't figure out how to do it, but, that was, he had, I can't tell you how many at-bats he had, but, like, he played, that's all of April, all of May.
They were 30 and 33 on June 6th.
Okay, there you go.
They were 30 and 33.
63 games into the season, he had his 5th home run, and he's got 5 already.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.